welcome to this week's edition of Rapid Motion Africa. We catch up with the Pro Tour from Zwartkops and the Goldwagen Challenge and Porsche 924 Challenge. A big thanks, as always, to Goldwagen for all of this action. Penultimate round of the Pro Tour here at the Arena of Motorsport, Zwartkops Raceway, and we're looking forward to some great Goldwagen Challenge action. As always, the championships still up for grabs in some of the classes, and some of them have been sorted out. Jake Zwartkops out there basically to try and find a sponsor for 2010, and he did everything right to put it on pole position in Class B ahead of Mohamed Dangor and Clayton LaRue. George Economides was quickest in Class A, Lee Thompson right on his tail with Wayne Masters looking to catch them.
George, Zwartkops, pole position. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Craig's done a fantastic job as usual, and yeah, we've set the car up, done one or two changes, and it feels fantastic.
We're going to go hunt down this win, but it gets so tight out there at Zwartkops. I know every time you guys are on the pace and the Class A's, it's just a freight train, four guys knocking each other to hell.
Definitely, and it's always good racing, close racing. We've had a couple of incidents this year, but it's been pretty much clean racing, and it's great.
Hey Mohamed, it seems like every time I'm talking about Class Bs, I'm talking to Jakes or I'm talking about Clayton. It's good to see you up there. This is your best qualifier so far. Good job.
Yeah, yes, I came yesterday. I missed practice one, but I knew I love Zwartkops actually. So I came here and I just made it in time for second practice. And I came in and I seen, I was sitting already second quickest, and I couldn't believe it. Third practice we went out, I was still second on the board. And yeah, qualifying I managed to keep the second place as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward today for the race, and I hope it goes off really well.
Classes A and P lining up, and alongside me as always, big Graham Nathan. Nate down into turn one. It's very crucial here at Zwartkops to try and get the whole shot. Economides going to go around the outside. Masters up his inside, looking very early and very dangerous.
Masters getting some great drive there. Economides having to go right around the outside. Masters slots into the inside to defend that first position that he's just done a great job of. Right to the front straight away. Now the work is on for George and for Wayne.
Wayne Masters looking very good. We go on board with Lee Thompson at the back of the grid, even though he qualified so high up. Not having the right stickers on the car, he got penalised, and now he's got a lot of work to do to try and catch up. As you can see, he's probably lying in about 8th spot as they go through turn 3 up to 4.
Let's watch the start of Class P. Jake Zwartkops straight out of the blocks into the lead. Clayton LaRue, but have a look at 2 into 1. Oh, that's going to be really tight. 3 into 1. Oh, Voter Rus, the big loser in that big incident.
A massive one there, going into turn 1, into the tyre wall. That's the end of the day's racing there for Voter, unless Nathan's Motorsport can do some magic with that car, but I think that'll be the end of the day. You can see he's stuck up in the tyre wall. Oh, and the front end of that car looks badly damaged, Nate.
Yeah, Greg, miracles I do all the time, but the impossible takes me a little bit longer. But Voter out of that one, fortunately not hurt, as you can see, getting out of the motor car, probably just really annoyed with the whole scenario. Let's have a close look at that in slow motion. Nicholas squeezes Mo loses it and then tags Voter on the way past.
That's a big crash. Fortunately, as you said, he got out the car okay, and the time mining machine will have to start again. But here we go back to the front end of this field, and you can see it's still Wayne Masters up the inside. Andy Gossman looking for a way past Gavin Ross. Round the outside comes Rodriguez, but look at that is Thompson. So far up, he's up into about 5th spot here. He gives a big thanks there. I think he might have squeezed him out a little bit, and I think Eddie Rodriguez just thought, I'm not getting involved in this. Let him through.
Oh, look how close this guy right. Jeez, right there. There is just no space between them. Oh, and this is Dion Holiday getting it all wrong in turn 7. A great new camera position so that we can watch them getting it wrong here, Greg.
He got it completely wrong. Manages to get back onto the track. Hopefully he'll be able to keep going. There goes Dodd. Now Dodd, also a new man to Class P. He's on the tailpiece and looking to try and poach that position back from Nick Clark as our leaders go into the back straight and into turn 4. The first 3 cars, basically not even a blanket could separate them. But Lee Thompson is the man on the move. He's got ahead of Gavin Ross now, and he's got his sights on Andy Gossman.
He's trying as hard as he possibly can, and the guys in the front are trying to get away because they know Lee's coming. But yeah, George goes up the inside of Wayne. Wayne gives him great space. Gerard Henning sitting behind him, as well as Andy Gossman. But up the inside of Gavin Ross goes Eddie Rodriguez. All over this action with regards to this race.
As always in the Goldwagen Challenge. Now heading down towards Goldwagen corner. Can Masters look for a way up the inside? No, he can't, because he's worried about the man in 3rd place. And what a great drive from Henning. He is battling big time here. He's now got Gossman on the tail. There's 5 cars in with a chance of taking this win.
More than 5. These guys are going at it. There are 2 cars abreast in the background there. The guys are flat out. Lee Thompson, Gavin Ross, Valdi Mankies, they all at it. There's just names all over the show and they're going as hard as they can.
Great to see Valdi Mikey's back up and in contention. Oh, a little bit of tapping there, helping him through the corner. The last time we saw that from Lee Thompson, he actually cost himself some problems and he actually ended up on the side of the track. So he's tapped off slightly, allowed Gosman to get away with that one. But I think it's a matter of time here before we see Lee Thompson moving up into fourth spot.
I'm not sure where that allowed Gosman to get away came into it, but he's trying as hard as he can. Gosman knows he has to get going. Clayton LaRue is now going to come under pressure from the new polos of Dodd and Clark. Clark is an invited driver to see whether or not we could get the 20 valves to work in this class, and it seems like we're doing a great job right now.
We certainly are. The central technical machine of Nick Clark is one of our national competitors in the NGN Volkswagen Cup, and it looks like these 20 valves are definitely made for this. Remember that the classics that are out there, the Polo Classics that's in second and first at the moment, those are ex-national polos as well. So if we can make the step down and allow these new polos to come in and have some fun, we're going to just grow this class massively.
Well, that is the intention, to make Goldwagen as big as we possibly can, and we seem to be trying hard at it. Valdi Mankies having a look at Gavin Ross up the inside into one. Valdi really right behind Gavin. And so is Wayne Masters right behind Gerard Henning. It looks like Gerard's got past him, which leaves George Economides out with a little bit of a breather. I'm sure Wayne Masters not going to accept that. Lee Thompson sitting behind Wayne. Wayne and Lee are going at it in this championship. So this is Battle Royal. Here it comes.
We've still got one round to go at Kyle Army, so it won't be decided today if this is the kind of action we're seeing unless something goes drastically wrong. Look at how he gets it sideways going into turn 4. Wayne Masters, oh, he's run wide. Can you believe it? He runs wide in turn 4 onto the dirt. It's rally style machine. That's the way. Oh, we're not supposed to be doing rally driving here at Zwartkops, but you never know. Maybe that's a new class for classes A and B.
I think perhaps Wayne got caught out looking in his mirror. Lee sold him a bit of a dummy going down into turn 4. Perhaps Wayne looked for a moment into his mirror, made the error, and now he's going to have to pay for it because he's dropped right back to about 6th or 7th, probably even 8th. Have a look here. We've got the 20 valve versus the 8 valve. Clayton LaRue around the outside. Nick Clark goes up the inside into 4. Can Clayton do anything about it? Will he go inside? Will Sean Dodd, who's sitting there going, come on guys, get on with this game, be able to do anything about this 20 valve?
Well, he's trying hard. Let's see if we can get him on the brakes. Remember, these classics are a little bit better handling. There he goes onto the brakes into turn 5. Sassel corner. Oh, that's awesome stuff. Can you handle that? Good driving from Nick Clark, giving a little bit of space there. There goes LaRue into turn 6. He tries again, but unfortunately it looks like Nick Clark has made that stick and he's got second place in the bag.
Clayton has not let up for 1 second though. You can see he's trying inside, outside. Now he's sitting there going, if you make one error, I'm coming through with my 8 valve. These guys are doing a great job. Effectively, the 20 valves are slightly stronger, but Clayton is making it work all the way to the end.
Back to Class A and into turn 2. This is lap 9 of 10, so we basically got 2 laps to go in this race, and Gerard Henning has now decided to turn the wick up. He is on the back end of George Economides, and Economides is going to have his hands full with that RBTS Silver Dream machine.
Greg, Gerard can't rest for 1 second because coming up from the back is Lee Thompson. He has intention of winning this race right from the back. He needs to prove a point that he can win. We've got still battles going on. It's Conrad Fillion and Quinton Thompson. They're going at it right down. These guys are racing for about 8th or 9th position. But as you can see, the action is fit and fast right throughout Class A.
It certainly is, as it always is, and especially here at Zwartkops, because the arena of motorsport really gives this class an opportunity to open up their wings and also give these cars everything they've got. Tight racing is what it's all about. You can see the new colours seem to be working quite nicely there for Quinton Thompson. Not quite sure why he's gone with the Live Strong kind of feel, but it's definitely working well for him. Back to Class P though, and it looks like second place is wrapped up. As I said, Nick Clark getting ahead of Clayton LaRue. Clayton LaRue's just sitting there going, okay, well, I can't catch that 20 valve. Let me just keep this 3rd place and get a little bit more points, because remember, his arch rival in this championship is not in this race at all.
At the moment, that is probably what Clayton's thinking, but Nick Clark is thinking Jake Zwartkops in an 8 valve is further up the road and I want at it. But have a look at this. This is for like 4th or 5th position. Valdi Mankies and Eddie Rodriguez. Wayne Masters is coming through the field. He has made up a whole bunch of places in one lap already, and he's wanting to get back to the front, Greg.
There's 1, 2, and 3 in Class A as they go through turn 3. It is all about Economides and can Gerard Henning find a way. I was standing up at Goldwagen and every person up there was shouting for Gerard Henning. Right now he's going left, he's going right. He's putting the pressure onto Economides. He actually drifts him very wide through turn 4. He might be able to get a better drive. Let's see if he's got what it takes on the brakes. He pulls out, looks for a way out the inside. Oh man, Economides shuts the door.
Economides knows exactly how to make that Golf 1 as wide as he possibly can. The Golf 2 behind him is going, give me a bit of a break here, and I'm going to take that break. If I can see the gap, I'm going to grab it. But have a look at that. Lee Thompson is coming into the game. There he is. He's right there. So not only has Gerard Henning got something to look at in front of him, but he's got his mirrors to have a look at. Having a look up the inside, Lee Thompson decides, okay, not this time, maybe a little bit later.
Yeah, a checkered flag comes out. It's over Skinovers for the first one, and Economides takes it ahead of Gerard Henning. Lee Thompson comes through there. A great drive from the back of the field to finish up in third place. Class P is once again going to be taken by Jake Zwartkops. A superb drive from this man, and this is why he is going to be the 2009 champion. Unfortunately, Nick Clark and George Economides both being docked for various indiscretions, but Gerard Henning takes the victory in Class A.
Hey, Gerard, it always seems like Zwartkops in the Class A's at Goldwagen. You have to keep your nose clean and stay out of trouble. You did that. Tell me about it.
Yeah, well, that's the main thing. If you're going to keep your nose clean, like you say, and then you'll eventually go to the front, you know, and just keep on pressure. And it was nice, quite nice. All paid off, finally.
I think a lot of guys boxing behind you, just not being able to make the passes. It's all about the whole shot at Zwartkops.
That's correct. You know, a lot goes into the preparation, and obviously the sponsors that provide some money to go towards it. But yes, preparation is all about it.
Well, Jake, Zwartkops is the penultimate round, so there's one more still to go, but you've wrapped up Class P for 2009. Congrats.
Matt, thank you very much. Quite right. Class P is in the bag. We're now fighting for overall. We're giving it flat out. There's still theoretically a chance that I can get overall, but the way that Lee is driving, it makes it very, very difficult. But we are going flat out to see if we can achieve that.
The championship is as close, if not closer, in Class B. Dean Lester's the man who leads the championship. Unfortunately, he wasn't on pole position, but he gave it everything he could to get up into second. 0.2 of a second of Quinton Needham. Evan Rothman in Class B in third. Elna Cruiser is the lady to beat down in Class C.
Race number one then, got a lot of competition behind you, and coming into the closing stage of the races, a lot of guys go for the do-or-die moves.
Yeah, it is. Look, Dean Lester is very, very quick around here, and also Chad Bartram. So between the three of us, it's going to be hectic.
Tell me how big was the gap in far as lap times go? Are you going to be able to stretch away?
I don't think so. It's very tight. I think it's less than 200s between us.
Down towards turn number one. The whole shot is what it's about. Can Lester outdo Needham into turn one? He's got the inside line. Quinton Needham got a good drive off the line, and it looks like he's going to take it in that very electric red car.
Quinton Needham straight into the front, doing exactly what he wanted to do. He put it on pole. He's going to put his head down and try and get away. Chad Bartram, wake up to young Dean Lester. Chad snuck in behind Quinton Needham there and just forced him to the outside, but he decided to go with him.
The Incredible Golf goes up the inside, trying to find a way past Elna Cruiser into turn one. Jean Gerber there as well. Oh, it's a little bit of touching as they go in, but Yanni van Rooyen hanging on for dear life. He's got the inside line for the next corner. Can he outdo him on the brakes? He climbs on those brakes down into second gear, and it looks like the Green Golf is going to be the man leading out of turn two. It is indeed.
Indeed it is. Elna lost out big time. She goes from pole to third. So, and we're on board with Elna as we go up the inside of Jean Gerber. He is chasing Yanni van Rooyen as hard as he can, and Elna does not want to stay in third position. She wants to go to the front, and she's going to do it.
There's no doubt about that. We saw that in Lichtenberg, just how determined that young lady is. Just on her tail, the whole gaggle of cars come flying through there. Andre Needham having a great dive. She's up to fifth place. Oh, big problems getting it completely sideways. That's one of the championships. That's Dion. What's happening with him?
That's Dion. He's throwing it away big time there. He's going to be battling as hard as he possibly can. But have a look here. Back to the front. We've still got Dean Lester and Quinton Needham riding side by side. Chad Bartram sitting going, come on, guys. Would one of you please lead?
3 into one corner doesn't normally work. There's 3 into turn one. Let's see if they can keep it all together. Bartram, oh, a little tap between the two of them, but very, very little bit of touching there. Now they're going to the brakes. Look at the defensive line from the man who leads Leicester. He had to climb on the brakes big time. Around the outside, Evan Rothman, the Cape Town boy. Here he comes.
Evan has just done to Chad what he did to Leicester. He went around the outside of him whilst they were in the queue, waiting to go around the turn. And right behind him is Derek Minnie. Rossman, Minnie, Needham, they are all at it. And in the background there is Stuart Mack. I think he's driving Philip Cruiser's car. Oh, a big crash there, a big bit of touching. The wrong place to happen, and Quinton Needham loses out.
You don't want to do that through turn 4. That is why it's known as treacherous turn 4. Needham getting it 2 wheels up and 2 wheels down, and it looked like Bartram was also wheeling through the corner. A little bit of damage on the front end. Is it going to affect him? Derek Minnie comes straight at him, says, right, I can see he's in trouble. Let me pounce now. Rothman actually had to fall back because he was on the brakes during that incident, and he's fallen just ahead of Gossman. So here we go, on board. Up the inside, Chad Bartram's got the line. Needham just squeezes him tight. Oh, high-tech mag repairs. Yeah, they're going to be working double time this weekend. That was massive contact between the two of them. Needham ended up in the dirt, and it looks like Chad Bartram is still going to be able to finish his race.
Chad got a little bit of damage, but he's on the go again. But back to Class C, we've got Elna Cruiser. She's sitting right behind John Cadbury, who is right behind Jannie van Rooyen. These 2, 3, 4, 5 cars are probably, what's that saying, the proverbial blanket?
Yes, indeed. I was going to say the VTEC trailer. There's 3 of them abreast, and as they go through there, they are basically nose to tail through Goldwagen corner. That's why they got involved in the sport, and this is why we love commentating on it. Down towards turn number 1. Look at the incredible golf. Makes a little bit of ground there on Jean Cabba, but he makes it up straight back on him on the brakes.
Jean Cadbury is trying as hard as he possibly can. Jannie van Rooyen goes a little bit defensive, but let's go back to Class B as Derek Minnie goes up the inside of Chad Bartram. Chad is probably just trying to stay right out of trouble now. A great pass there by Derek Minnie up the inside of Chad. Chad tries to get the slingshot, but not this time. But he has not let up for 1 second. He's right in there. Chad's got bodywork flying, and Derek must pay attention. But these guys must stop holding each other up, because out in front is Dean Lester. He's going away. Up the inside comes Greg Gossman. He's going up the inside of Stuart Mack. Stuart lets him go. He probably doesn't want to damage the car, but he tucks right in behind him once again.
Using the slipstream effect as they go through turn 1 now. If he can keep it onto the outside, hopefully get that outside line, he'll have the inside for turn 2. He drifts wide, but so does the man in front of him. He's very wily when it comes to the circuit. There goes Rothman up the inside. A good move there, and that's 2 positions in the space of basically 4 corners.
Yeah,
can he come back at him?
Chad's losing out a little bit. He's probably just got to gather himself up, put his head down again, and go as hard as he can. Evan Rothman shoves it up the inside, runs slightly wide, gives Chad a little bit of a chance to come back at him. Can he do it going into turn 4? This is the corner that him and Needham touched each other. Will they touch again? Not this time. Chad sticks it up the inside, fair and square. Evan Rothman gets up behind him and tries to go other side. Evan goes to the inside now. He's trying to position himself for the top of the tabletop. But have a look how just scrapping a little bit gives Derek Minnie a bit of a break to go away. Up the inside now comes Rothman. There it is. Made it stick, and unfortunately Chad is losing out.
Set it up from about 3 corners back. That's what he did, Nate. Going into turn 6 now. Then they flick it over onto the left-hand side into 7. Down towards Goldwagen corner. And you can see that Bartram is basically losing out there. He's lost the rhythm. He's not in the same kind of rhythm he was earlier. Speaking of rhythm, check this out. The 3 cars have not let up 1 bit. We've still got the incredible golf of Jannie van Rooyen out in front. Then Jean Cabba, the C8 machine, and that lady, Elna Cruiser, is just sitting there going, waiting for you boys to make a mistake. I know you're going to.
Look how hard they're driving these cars. They're bending them and putting them on 3 wheels. They are trying absolutely everything. Jannie has not had a breather, and Elna goes up the inside. She tags Jean Cadbury and gets it all wrong going into turn 8. On the desperate, a little bit of a desperate move there from Elna. Locked up the brakes, and then when she was the passenger, let's listen to this.
Oh, it actually sounds like the throttle was wide open there, Nate, to be honest. And well done for holding on to it so well, but unfortunately looks like that's going to drop her right out of contention. We're now going into the closing stages, and the battles are happening right the way through the field. Derek Minnie is starting to come through some of the back markers now, and it looks like his day is basically over. He's not going to catch the guys out in front, but it has been a battle royal in Class B and C.
But he's doing a great job here, Greg. He's up to his 2nd position. He's capitalized on guys bumping and bashing and trying too hard. Going down the inside, Class C car just points, go that side please, don't take me out, I'd like to carry on with the game.
Evan Rothman's going to be finishing up in 3rd place. They've only got 1 lap to go as they cross the line this time, so it is Dean Lester. This is great for the championship. This is exactly what he needed to do. He was fortunately on the front row. He managed to get rid of Needham early on in the race due to that incident between Needham and Chad Bartram, so it wasn't even his own doing, but he's done enough, and taking a victory here, that's just going to basically take him closer to the championship.
That's what it's all about, Greg. At the end of the day, the championship is what everybody is here to race for, and racing they are. This is Alvine Kutsia. She is chasing Andre Needham. This is the last lap, I think, or the 2nd last lap, and she wants Andre's position.
Yeah, about to start the last lap. The MFC car there starting to close down. Here we go back to the front end of Class B. That is Chad Bartram. He's currently sitting in 4th place. Then we look at Gossman. Just behind Gossman is Stuart Mack. Is that battle done yet? It doesn't look like it. They've only got about 3 corners to go. This is the leader coming down towards Goldwagen corner, and he's going to make the first victory in Class B his very own.
Great job there by Dean Lester taking the flag. Derek Minnie 2nd, and Evan Rothman takes 3rd.
Great drive from all of our Class B competitors. Wonder what's going to happen in the Class Cs. Here they come, Yannick van Rooyen. He's going to take the victory. Once again, the incredible golf has not been beaten here at Zwartkops, and it's a very, very difficult man to beat. Van Rooyen takes it ahead of Jean Gerber, and Giles Darroch eventually outdoing everybody to finish up in third. Lester, Minnie, and Eben Rothman, your top Class Bs.
Well, Dean, that was a hell of a drive here at Zwartkops, and it looked like you were lining up for a second place, and then that orange bomb just went off the side of the track, eh?
Yeah, I'm not too sure what happened. I saw it in my mirror, but I can check the carnage afterwards. Lucky I got ahead and wasn't involved in it this time, eh?
Quinton also made a mistake by himself. Looked like he was stretching things out and just going through turn number 4 in the early laps, got loose.
Yeah, it's a pity because Quinton's been having some troubles and he finally got all his stuff sorted out for this race, and I'm looking forward to having a good dance with him.
Join us just after the break for some more Goldwagen action. Welcome back to Rapid Motion Africa. We're still at Zwartkops, the arena of motorsport, and we continue our action of the Goldwagen Challenge from the penultimate round of the Pro Tour. And as you can see, the action is so good, we even get the ZX10 Masters boys coming to watch this stuff. That's how exciting it is. Down into turn 1. Wow, Craig Marais, how was that start? I think that might have been a little bit of a jump start there.
Yeah, a little bit I would call it, but let's wait and see what the clerk of the course said. Lee Thompson, the worst start he's had for a long time. From second right down into 4th position. What are you doing? Sorry, no, yeah, it is 4th. And up the inside, Gavin Ross gets tagged. He gets tagged. Well, the car behind him is Valdi Meintjes, so it can only be him. Whether or not Valdi got pushed as well, who knows? But Gavin, the big loser there. Out in front is George Economides.
And round turn 3, looks like Valdi's retaking that little challenge coming from Gavin Ross. He slots in behind him. Looks like Kieran Kwambi's got ahead of those two. This is Class P down into turn 1, and it looks like a much better start this time from Mohammed. And it looks as if it's Nick Clark this time, not squeezing the boys out, giving them a little bit more room. And Clayton LaRue up into 3rd, looking for a way into 2nd. Can he make it stick? Yes, he can. What a great maneuver there. Thanks for coming, Nick Clark. That's how an 8-valve takes a 20-valve.
Yeah, it's kind of like morning. I'll have that. If you're snoozing, I'll have it. Sean Dodd goes right behind Clayton LaRue. They are going to try and keep Nicholas Clark right out on the outside. But in front, we've got Gerard Henning. He goes up the inside of Wayne Masters. Look how close these guys are. Lee Thompson decides, I'm going with Gerard. If Wayne's stuck in the outside, I'm going with Gerard. Let's see if I can make it stick. Go back from 4th to 3rd. Take a little bit of glory back, and he is battling to do that. Wayne Masters is up the inside. He's going to go into 8th together with Lee Thompson. Lee goes around the outside. Will Wayne leave him some space? It looks like it. Whoa.
Wayne might, but it's the man behind who's not going to get it. Gossman says, I'm not giving you any space. If you always want to play around, I'm coming through.
This, that is one of the fastest turns on this racetrack, and they're going through side by side. Andy Gossman sitting behind Lee Thompson going, come on, choose already. They have done that. Lee gets the position. Wayne goes to the other side. He's going to try and slingshot Lee going into turn 4.
Speaking of slingshots, check out the front end of Class P. Jake Zwartkops has got away. Nick Clark has fallen away. Oh, he gets it sideways onto the dirt. Oh, he threw it away massive there over the little rumble curve, and now he's going to try and slot in somewhere. He's going to have to go to the back of Class P. That's going to cost him big time. Then a little bit further, looks like Mo is resuming battles, and hopefully not going to be banging any doors this time. But Dango is in it, and he's giving it everything he's got.
Up the inside of George Economides comes Gerard Henning at the top. A great move. Great stuff on the brakes there. George probably sitting there thinking, how does he brake so late in something that's supposed to be heavier than mine?
Now he does a superb job. Now look at this. Lee Thompson has realized that Gerard Henning is in front. If he can catch that other Mark 1 Golf, he's got a chance. But here comes Class B flying. And it looks as if the Speedy Car Sales machine is up and running. Oh, someone's gone wide. That's Dodd. That's 2nd place. He comes straight across the line. Clayton LaRue had no odds. He had to just tap out of that one. Although it didn't look like he rolled off at all.
Yeah, Clayton decided to try and go around him. Dodd just decided, have this bang in your door face.
Now he comes through 2 right-handers. Then he goes into the left. Look how tight it is. Can we see an overtaking maneuver? Clayton is looking very ominous here. But Sean Dodd is having the drive of his season so far. He gets very late on the brakes going into Goldwagen. LaRue's on his tail. Behind him, look at that. That's a man we haven't seen all day. Barry Groenewald, the Custom Technologies machine. So it is Polo Classic leading. Then we've got the normal Polo and 3 Classics behind him.
Going straight back to the lead of Class A, and we've got a battle that has resumed. First 4 cars, but yeah, we've got Valdi Meintjes. He's chasing down That is Gossman, I think, if I remember. Oh, going to the outside. George Economides looks at the other side. He's unfortunately got a compatriot in Dr. Block. Gerard Henning is slamming the door wherever he possibly can. He's trying as hard as he possibly can to stay in first position. Wayne Masters has been given a break because Gerard and George are trying so hard, they just simply are slowing the game down.
Up the inside, Thompson looking for a way past, and Economides gives him a little bit of room. You don't want to give Lee Thompson too much room because he will pounce. Look at that, Wayne Masters looks at the two of them. We're on board, he's going to go up the inside of... Oh, we're going to see 3 cars into turn 1. We nearly did. Masters thought better of it though. He thought, that concrete wall comes up a little bit too quick for my liking. Economides has got the inside line. Wayne Masters is going to go with him. Can he outdo the Interval Golf? He can't. The Interval Golf hangs onto the outside, and Wayne Masters has to basically keep it buried, but it is Lee Thompson maintaining 3rd place. He's going to slot in, and there you go, up to turn 4.
Lee Thompson probably just decided if we scrap too hard, Gerard Henning, who's out in front, just simply gets away. As you can see, there's a gap between himself and the 2nd place man, George Economides. Lee is now working really hard in that car. Some great driving there by Lee Thompson. That is definitely working hard.
I didn't know Mark 1 Golf had rear-wheel drive. Lee Thompson getting it sideways, other rear-wheel stuff. Oh, he's very late to the race. Oh, I'm sorry, he says. A little bit too sorry, I think. Wayne Masters getting a little tap up the backside and puts up his hand as well to apologize to the man behind him. He realizes he made a mistake, and that's the great thing about Goldwagen.
Okay, Lee, you got the message already. You're sorry, so let's get on with it. But have a look at this. Right throughout the field, the guys are battling well. Quinton Thompson, Valdi Mankies, Nash, Derek Smallberger, Conrad Viljoen, racing right throughout Class A.
In fact, the racing has got a little bit too rough here. Smallberger with a bit of damage on the back end. Looks like Valdi Mankies got a bit of damage on the front end, and in fact, it's smoking. So it might be some problems there for Valdi Mankies. They came together the last time they went into turn 2. They're heading into turn 2. Valdi Mankies looks like he's pulling over. There's a problem in that car. Oh, that's a major pity. Quinton Thompson goes through, so does Nash. That is an original Golf GTI, and Viljoen sitting there going, how come my Mark 1 doesn't go as quickly as this one?
Viljoen has got to just pedal as hard as he can. Nash is trying everything he knows. He definitely doesn't want to bend that car though. That is, as you said, the original Golf 1 from way back when. That car is worth a lot of money.
Yeah, you don't want to be playing around too much in that one, but he is giving it everything he's got. Look at this, changes up at the front end. Groenewald has got ahead and into 2nd place. No, into 3rd place. I beg your pardon, because remember, we forgot about Jake Zwartkops, but he's so far ahead. Maybe we should have a chat to him and say, listen, at Kyle Army, just stay about 10 seconds slower.
Drayton LaRue definitely hasn't let up for 1 second though. He's doing a little bit of pushing here. Barry Groenewald driving his heart out at the moment. He's trying to get a little bit of recognition back with regards to his season. His season has been absolutely terrible through all kinds of reasons, but Barry doing a superb job. But in the background there, that is Mo having a look up the inside of Dion. No, not this time. He's probably had enough fender bending for one day. He did not want to stick his 90 there too far.
Oh, Nick Clark saying, okay, well, if you don't want to do it, let me show you how it's done. He goes up the inside and intercepts the corner, retakes that position. But back to the front end, and we've got 2.5 laps to go, or 2 laps and 2 corners to go as they come back into our sights. It is all about Gerard Henning. He has kept George Economides at bay, but how much longer can he hang on? Up the inside, Economides might have made it move, and look at that, Thompson follows him on the inside of Wayne Masters and retakes 3rd place. It's side-by-side action into turn 1. We're on board the Interval machine. Henning comes straight back and he says, no man, you are not taking this victory away. I was gifted one in the first heat. I'm going to work for the second one and the overall.
Oh, he's definitely working. He's making that Golf 2 as wide as he possibly can. George Economides pushing and shoving inside, outside, left and right. I don't think he's got a trick up his sleeve left.
Well, everything that he's got is up there, and he's either thrown it on the table or he may just have that ace hanging in there for the last lap. We're about to get into that one. We've got 2 laps to go. Look at Kwambi. Kwambi's come back nicely here as well. Another National Championship competitor who's come to join the Goldwagen squad and loving life here in the Goldwagen Challenge. As they go into turn 3, it's Quinton Thompson ahead of him, and he is still chasing down and cannot catch Smallberger, who is having a good run.
Yeah, Derek Smallberger sporting a little bit of damage, as you said earlier. Back to the polos. Nick Clark is caught up to behind Barry Groenewald. But Dion Holiday is still managing to keep Mohammed behind him. Dion is a relatively newcomer. In fact, they're both newcomers. Dion closes the door. Mohammed goes to the other side. But no, he stays out of it again. Dion slamming the door left and right. He wants that position.
He certainly does, and it's awesome to see. And check how awesome this is. We're going to see a victory here from Gerard Henning. He's managed to keep the whole field at bay. Wayne Masters tries for that third place, but Thompson's got it in the bag. The flag is going to come out. Henny de Beer puts it out, and what a great drive. Gerard Henning gets gifted one in the first heat. He takes the victory in the second heat, and Economides had no answer to that Silver Dream Racer. Lee Thompson finished in third, Wayne Masters in fourth, and in Class P, Jake Zwartkops takes another victory in the Nathan's Motorsport Polo ahead of Sean Dodd and Nick Locke.
Gerard, that was one of the most entertaining Class A races I've ever seen, and you were under pressure the whole way.
Yeah, Mr. Comedians doesn't give you a gap whatsoever there. So yeah, I was lucky to keep it in front. The brakes let go a bit on the back. But yes, yeah, thanks to RBTS, Yanni with all his money and time that he's put into me. Thank you very, very much.
Great drive. And George, wow, I mean, you set up that pass a couple of times, looked like it was going to work out, but you showed your cards too early, man.
Yeah, I think I did. I think I'm getting a bit old, so I counted one lap too soon. But I gave Gerard a gap on lap 2, and I thought we could have a nice dice. You know, it's easy to block. Everybody can do it, like he did as well. So I think we had an awesome dice. It was clean, didn't take each other out. There's been some bad incidents this year. I think at the end of the day, we club races. Our cars need to look good, and yeah, it was awesome.
It's always awesome. The final race of the day in Goldwagen Challenge, and it's Dean Lester on the inside of Quinton Needham, same as the first one. A bit of deja vu into turn number 1.
Quinton Needham once again straight into the lead. Dean Lester, a little bit of wheel spin. Have a look at Eben Rothman has stuck his nose straight into second position. Is it going to be second? Can he hold him around the outside? Chad Bartram, Stuart Mack, these guys just don't get up.
They don't, and good to see that Needham has sorted out his car. We can see we're on board with Mac just behind Evan Rothman. So the B29 machine, look at that, where did he come from? Bartram, the kitchen's car, sneaking up the inside there. A little bit of a dodgy move, but Stewie Mac follows him through, and can he make it stick into turn 4? We'll have to wait and see. Look at that for a start. Thanks very much. That's how you start off the line, and wow, are we in for a good one. Sean Gerber taking the whole shot ahead of the Incredible Golf and Elna Cruiser.
Yanni van Rooyen sticks it straight up the inside. Elna around the outside. Giles Derrick also involved in the action there. Charles Smallberger, but Yanni is on it. What happened there? He has gone to the front. Did they touch?
There, I think, yeah, a little tap there, Nate, between them as they came out of turn 2. Looks like a little bit of tapping at the front end once again too. Dean Lester all over the back of Needham. Look at this Bartram now, on board with him. The Coastal Kitchens Volkswagen Golf into Goldwagen, and it's just fanning out behind him, looking for ways to get ahead.
2 cars, 3 cars, 4 cars into one. These guys just don't understand. There's only so much space. I think they run on the rules. If I can see the gap, I will take the gap. And Francois van Sale, whoa! Really sideways going through turn 1. Up the inside comes Evan Rothman. He's going to try and have a go at Chad Bartram. Chad gives him space. Evan gives him space. These guys are trying desperately to get their cars to Kyle Army, which is not so long away.
I hope you can get it to the end of the race. Never mind Kyle Army. Looks like Giles Darroch is up into second place. Cruiser, what's happened to Sean Gerber? He's dropped right down into 4th place. That little tap between himself the last time they came into this corner. Oh, late braking there once again. Cruiser is looking dangerous. She's got Sean Gerber on her tail. Giles Darroch is a wanted man.
Nobody can say that these people aren't trying their heart out. They're locking tires. They're sliding, they're revving it to the absolute limit in the slipstream. Giles Derrick under huge pressure now from Elna. Elna wants to come past. She has a look. Is it going to happen now? Giles slams the door. Elna decides, okay, a little bit late is good for me too.
I can be patient. I can wait for you to make a mistake, and that's exactly what she's doing. But in doing that, she's made a mistake of her own. Up the inside, can Sean Gerber sneak that 3rd place away on the brakes into Sassel corner? In fact, he's going to go for 2nd. Whoa, he nearly got ahead of Giles Darroch.
Yeah, that could have been close because Giles was probably watching Elna. He wasn't even watching Jean Gerber. Jean sticks it straight past Elna and gets a door slammed in his face by Giles. But Elna is sitting here now going, okay, I've been patient enough, now it's time to go.
Yeah, turn the wick up, let's see what these boys can do. Speaking of the wick being turned up, man, 4 cars out of turn 2, almost side by side. Needham is under massive pressure. Derek Minnie has now joined the battle. There's 5 cars battling for this victory, and any one of these guys can take it. It is really, oh, problems on the side there. Looks like Van der Merwe, the Cannonball run winner. Looks like he's been hit by a cannonball, never mind anything else.
Big crash there from Van der Merwe, but out in front of Class C. We've still got Yanni van Rooyen. Sean Gerber has got past Giles Derrick. Elna is trying to get past Giles. Elna must get going. Yanni and Jean are going to get away if she doesn't pull up her socks and get past quickly.
Well, she's trying hard at the moment up to turn 4, maybe be able to get the drive on Giles Derrick into turn 4 and then set it up for Sassel Corner. There you can see the car parked on the side of the road. Looks like a big incident. That's his first time out as well.
Oh.
You're only ending your first race on the sideline like that. I know how that feels.
Greg, how's these guys? Now we've got Chad Bartram on the inside. Earlier he was on the outside. Lester's on the outside. Bartram and Rothman are up the inside. Lester is going to lose out. He's going to have to go right around the outside. Derek Minnie now sitting going, who do I go behind? Do I go behind Lester or do I go behind Evan Rothman?
Stuart Mack sitting behind him going, yeah, do I follow you, Derek, or do I find my own way past these 4 or 5 cars? Because there is nothing in it between them. There's now 6 cars all battling for the lead, and anyone can take it. There you go, fanning out. Minnie, oh, he runs wide into Rothman. He climbs on the brakes and locks it up, and Rothman had nowhere to go and has to take to the kitty litter.
Yeah, he's going to get a bit of a reprimand for that because that was probably under yellow because of the crash car that's parked on the side of the road. Derek Minnie is probably going to get a rap on the knuckles for that one. He locks it up, slides past the front of Stuart Mack and slams straight into Evan Rothman.
Good driving from Stewie Mack, though, to take evasive action. He saw what was happening, climbed on the brakes himself, then turned in early to miss the 2 cars crashing into each other. Speaking of 2 cars, yeah, there we go. Coastal Kitchens versus Needham. He looks for a way around the outside. The right outside of turn 6, you can't do that.
Turn 7, turn 6, wherever they can, they are driving side by side. Dean Lester getting a bit of a break there. He was right down into 4th position, but because these 2 guys are scrapping so hard, he is stuck right back into the game. Derek Minnie's car taking a little bit of a pounding right now.
Yeah, he's actually slowing himself down there because of that front bumper. It's stuck underneath the car. It's affecting both the handling of the vehicle and, of course, also the overheating. Up the front, though, speaking of heat, here comes the heat. Alan the Cruiser putting the heat on, and does he have an answer? Giles Derrick hangs on. Can he keep it through turn 6? No, he cannot. Oh, yes, he can. Oh, it's a little touchy. They get out of shape. Oh, that's a big pity. It shouldn't have ended up like that. But how's that for driving?
Yeah.
When in doubt, pin it.
Yeah, Giles just leaves it full throttle to try and he slams it into the wall. Really, really bit of bad luck there from Giles Derrick, sorting it out on the grass, but not getting it quite sorted out.
Yeah, he didn't get it back onto the black stuff. That was the most important thing. Here we go, back to Class B. The front end of this battle has not ended whatsoever. It is Dean Lester.
Chad has gone to the front.
Look at Mack. Oh, but look at Stuart Mack. He's coming back and trying to take 3rd place away from our championship contender, Dean Lester. There you see Bartram. Now he dominates the front and says, right, I want 1st place. Needham comes straight back at him and says, I'll help you through the corner.
You're going to have to work hard for 1st place. That's what's going through Needham's mind. Chad Bartram is working hard. Needham is sitting there going, okay, I've led for a while. I'm going to need a bit of a breather here. But as you can see, he is putting unbelievable amounts of pressure onto Chad Bartram. Can he do it up the inside into turn 8? No, not this time. Chad goes around the outside. Dean Lester is trying as hard as he can to get past Stuart Mack. Stuart has taken 3rd. Dean can't afford to lose positions here.
He needs to be a little bit higher up if he wants to maintain this lead and possibly take the championship down to the wire at Kyle Army, the final round of Pro Tour. Now they come into turn 2. Fanny out in the background. Derek Minnie still traveling. That's impressive. Because, Justin Taylor's in there now as well. The D-Mac Auto Jetter, the fastest jetter in Africa, is looking really good. Round the outside of Derek Minnie, he's got no answer. He has to just let him through and follow behind.
John Cadbury hasn't let up for 1 second. He's still right all over Yanni van Rooyen's case. He's going to make Yanni van Rooyen work as hard as he can. He goes outside. Yanni goes slightly defensive, but defensive in a manner that it doesn't look like it's obvious. Yanni runs a little bit wide. John Cadbury goes up the inside. Let's see now. A drag race to turn 4. Which one is the stronger?
Well, it looked like it was going to be Jean Cadbury. Here we go with 1 lap and 3 corners to go. Back to the front end of A. We're on board with Stewie Mack. This is the Julio Sabatini auto stylus machine, and he's looking all over the back end of the bunker racing golf with Chad Bartram. Now, can Bartram keep him together? It looks like Needham's got it sorted out in the front. Peter Thompson is having a great one. Justin Taylor up the inside of Francois Foncel. It's battles royal right the way through the field.
Derek Minnie up the inside of Francois Foncel as well. He's going, if you're going to be out there for too much longer, I've got it. And he does. He takes a position away from Francois. And Evan Rothman having a look up the inside of Peter Thompson. Then he decides to go to the outside. Foncel goes up the inside of Derek. He slams into Derek. Derek tips Justin, and they all go around.
Justin Taylor getting tipped out of the way there. He's not going to be happy about that. I think the COC might just have a little chat with Mr. Foncel about that maneuver. But we are on the last lap. Peter Thompson is keeping Evan Rothman, but he's getting it all sideways. Can he keep it all together? Oh, Rothman gets it sideways this time. And it's rallycross. Oh, that's massive. What are you doing, Evan? That is not where you go, but look at the back end of that car, Nate.
That is just wild stuff. He's just staying on the throttle, full throttle. I hope they show us a slow view of that. You'll see that there's a roost coming off the front wheels. But yellow card's out. Yanni van Rooyen, actually a red card out. Yanni van Rooyen goes past. I wonder if they're going to be able to tell him to back out of it. There's the red flag. That's the end of the day for this race.
Well, red flags came out with basically a lap to go, so that's enough. The checkered flag will probably be there. You can see the red flags waving. They're going to call it a day. Here we see Evan Rothman. He tries to go around the outside, then decides, maybe I can just hang tight, cuts in early, and then gets onto that very slippery grass on the outside of turn number 2. Keeps it buried, as you said. Look at those front wheels, clips the tires, and roly-poly. You're not in a polo, dude. You're in a Golf 1. Anyway, Needham takes the victory ahead of Chad Bartram. Stuart Mack in 3rd place down in Class C. Great drive from Jean Cabot to keep Yanni van Rooyen at bay, and Elmer Cruiser in 3rd.
Chad, that was a rock and roll race, back and forth, and in the end it was back markers that opened up the gap.
Absolutely, you know, the back markers are always a bone of contention with the front runners, but it's one of those things. It was Needham's day. He was the better man on the day. You know, what can I say? It was an awesome race. You know, we had a bit of a coming together in the first race. It left a bit of a sour taste in our mouths. But you know what? It's racing. We got out, jumped, gave each other a hug, and tuned awesome. It was an awesome dice, awesome battle. I'm pumped.
Quinton, from your side, you were leading, came into some traffic. A Hollywood pass from this man, got him blocked, and then at the end of the race, it was yours.
I'm speechless, and I agree with him. Yes, I don't know what to say. It's my first win, and yeah, I'll take it.
You know what the thing was? That for me, watching it, that was like a never-ending race. You guys were trying everything you had, and it was just lap after lap. You guys were thinking, when is this going to stop?
Yeah, it was. We were swapping places all over the show. We going side by side in every corner, and yeah, it was just amazing. It was awesome.
With the final round at Kyle Army, the championship is still wide open. Thompson with an outside chance of losing it to Wayne Masters. Although at the front end, Jake Zwartkops has wrapped up Class B, he's still in with a chance for the overall. Remember to catch all that action on the 14th of November at Kyle Army, the next round of Goldwagen Challenge at the Pro Tour. Once again, a big thanks to Goldwagen for all of this fantastic action from the Zwartkops Arena of Motorsport.